Good morning, my ECEAP friends. It's Teacher Carolyn. Today I want to talk about water and things that we see in and around the water. So first of all, I want to start with the word water. Who knows what letter that starts with? That's right. It starts with a W, water, and W looks like this. That's a capital W. And a lowercase w looks the same, except for it's smaller, just like that. So when I talk about water, I'm talking about like a pond. So I'm going to write that down. Pond. That's one kind. Okay, what else can you think of? Oh, did you say a lake? The lake. Okay, L-A-K-E, lake. What's another body of water that you can think of? The ocean or the sea. So ocean is spelled O-C-E-A-N. Sometimes we call that the sea, and the sea is spelled S-E-A. There's other bodies of water too, like the creek, and creek is spelled C-R-E-E-K. Sometimes we call them little, when they're smaller, we call them streams. The stream is spelled S-T-R-E-A-M. Stream. Can you tell me something different between the pond or lake and the ocean about the water? Is there any difference that you can think of? Okay, so the ocean is salty, and a lake or a pond or a river are not salty, and they're called fresh water. So you have ocean water and fresh water. What is something that you might find that lives in the pond or the creek or the river or even a lake? Can you think of something? How about a turtle? That's right, a turtle. Now, would we find a turtle in the ocean as well? We could find a turtle in the ocean, and it would look like this. It would be called a sea turtle, so it would look different. It has more flippers, where the turtle that you would see around the pond or the lake has feet. They actually have little claws. Let's see if I can find something else. How about this? This is a salmon. Would we find this in the ocean, or would we find it in the river? Or could we find it in both? You're right. We could find it in both, couldn't we? Because they live in the ocean, but every so often they have to swim back up to the river where they were born to lay more eggs. That's right. How about this? Would we find this in the ocean, or would we find this in the river or the lake? This is a whale. You're right. We would find him in the ocean. Absolutely. How about, let's see, what about this one? This one is I know lots of you guys like these guys, don't you? This is called a shark. This particular shark we would see in the ocean, but they do have freshwater sharks too, little ones that we might see in the river. They would look a little different than this. How about this? Do you know what this is? It's a starfish, that's right. And we would find this in the ocean, you're right. Yep. How many legs does that starfish have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And did you know that if a starfish lost one of its legs, that it would grow a new one back? It would. Now, if I lost my arm or my leg, could I grow it back? No, I could not, could I? So here is another starfish. And it also has 5 points or 5 legs. But they do look different, don't they? This one is rough all over. This one isn't rough all over, but it has like spiky things on it, doesn't it? This one doesn't have the spikies. And we would find those in the ocean. How about grass? Would we find grass at the lake? We could. Would we find grass by the ocean? We could. How about the creek or the stream? Could we find grass there? We could. That's right. Absolutely. So I bet you found some of these things before in when you've been playing around the water too, haven't you? Yeah. So today I'd like to read a story called My River. And this is by Sherry Halpern. This is about some of the animals and things that we would see growing around the water. My river. Whose river is this? It's my river, says the turtle. See this turtle? Can you see how he has feet that have little claws? He's more of a land turtle. Where the sea turtle has little flippers. See? He uses those to swim in the ocean. So he's a sea turtle. Let's see who else lives in the river. It's our river. The frog. It's everyone's river. This is my home. This is an eel. We live here too. These are lizards. I was born here. So the dragonfly was born there. Did you know that? I bet you've seen dragonflies at the river, haven't you? This is where we grow. So there's flowers and cattails and other plants that grow at the river too, don't they? I need the river. This is a muskrat. So do we. These are water beetles. I bet you've seen lots of those at the water, haven't you? I have too. How about this one? Have you seen this at the river? Yeah. We all need the river. The river is mine. This looks a lot like a lobster, but this is not a lobster. This is called a crayfish. And where I was born, where I grew up, we called them crawdads. Whose river is it? What do you see there? It's everyone's river. So the river is for everybody, for people, for animals, for fish, for flowers, for insects. We all rely on the river, don't we? All right, so I have one more story I thought I'd read today, and it is called In the Small, Small Pond. And this is by Denise Fleming. In the small, small pond. Whoops. In the small, small pond. Wiggle, jiggle, tadpoles wiggle. What is a tadpole? It's the baby frog, isn't it? Waddle, waddle, geese parade. Hover, shiver, wings quiver. So there's the dragonflies again. Looky here at the frog. What do you think he's waiting to do? I bet he thinks he's going to have a dragonfly for dinner. Drowse, doze, eyes close. The turtles, look at them. They're bathing, sunbathing on the log, aren't they? Lash, lunge, herons, plunge. This is a heron. Looks like he almost had a frog. Do you see that? That frog jumped out of the way in a hurry. Spitter, splatter, minnows scatter. Circle, swirl, whirligigs, twirl. So what are those? Yeah, those are those water beetles again, aren't they? Sweep, swoop, swallows, scoop. Click, clack, claws, crack. There's those crayfish again, or like we called them, crawdads. Dabble, dip, tails flip. Look at the ducks. They're diving down for the plants in the water. Splish, splash, pause, flash. What is that creature? We didn't talk about him, did we? That is a raccoon, isn't it? Yeah. So they use the water too, don't they? Pile and pack, muskrat stack. So what is he stacking there? It's like he's stacking some logs. Mud. Chill, breeze, winter, freeze. Oh, I see the snow is coming, isn't it? Cold night. Sleep tight, small, small pond. The end. So think about what you might see in the pond as you go on with your day today, or maybe some things that you found when you went to the pond or the river, maybe when you went to the ocean. I know lots of times when I go to the ocean, we look for different kinds of shells or special rocks. My husband likes to fish, so we look for fish. All right, draw me some pictures of the things that you like to find when you go to the water, whether it's the river or the ocean or the creek or the pond. Okay, have a great day. I like all the things that we get to do together. Have a great day. Bye-bye.